If you don't understand SOH CAH TOA, trigonometry will frustrate you. But in the next few minutes, I'll make it so simple you won't forget it again. Most students cram sine, cosine and tangent and still don't know when to use them in exams. That's why they guess. So let us fix that once and for all. This is a right-angled triangle. Everything we are going to discuss today is based on the right-angled triangle. This side is the hypotenuse and the angle here is theta. So this side is the opposite, while this other side is our adjacent. Notice that the hypotenuse is always the longest side in a right-angle triangle and it is facing the right angle, the 90-degree angle. Then the side opposite theta, opposite the given angle, is this. That's why we call it the opposite. Then the remaining side is the adjacent. Having known the three sides of a right angle triangle, let's talk about SOH CAH TOA. SOH CAH TOA. So what is SOH CAH TOA? The S in SOH is sine, and sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So we have opposite over hypotenuse. And the C in CAH is cosine. Cosine is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So we have adjacent over hypotenuse. And the T in TOA is tangent. Tangent is equal to opposite over adjacent. Opposite over adjacent. You don't need to cram this. Just understand it as sine uses opposite, cosine uses adjacent, and tangent connects the two. What are we talking about? Sine uses opposite, cosine uses adjacent, and tangent connects both opposite and adjacent. Once you understand this, you don't need to cram this. So let's consider this example. A right angled triangle. We have theta here, we have 3 here, and we have this to be 5. And the problem says find sine theta. Let's see the solution. Since we are asked to find sine theta, we are dealing with opposite over hypotenuse. So we say sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Now let's come back to the triangle. What is the opposite? Remember, the opposite is the side facing the given angle, theta. So if you trace this angle, you see that 3 is the opposite. So opposite is 3 and hypotenuse is 5. Therefore, sine theta is equal to 3 over 5. Or you can go a step further and say 0.6. That is it. No stress. Let's consider another triangle. Let's say we have this triangle, this one. This is the right angle. We have 5 here, and we have 4 here. We have theta here. Say find cos theta. How do we go about this? Let's see the solution. Cos theta. Always remember SOH CAH TOA. Cos is CAH and CAH is adjacent over hypotenuse. This side, the side theta is facing, is the opposite. So this side becomes the adjacent, and the adjacent is 4. The longest side is always the hypotenuse, which is 5. So cos theta is equal to 4 over 5. You can go a step further to say 0.8. Simple. What about if we are asked to find tan theta? Let's do that. So we have this, find tan theta. Let's see the solution. What is tan theta? Tan is TOA, opposite over adjacent. So we say tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. From the triangle here, this is our opposite. So this side becomes the adjacent, and it is 4. So tan theta is equal to opposite, which is 3, over adjacent, which is 4. You can go a step further to say 0.75. So here's what will help you to never forget. Remember SOH CAH TOA. SOH CAH TOA. Sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Cos or cosine is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. And tangent, tan, is equal to opposite over adjacent. You can remember this. You are 90% safe in your exams. Common mistakes you should watch out for. Students miss mark because they miss opposite and tangents up. They mix them up. They take the opposite to mean the adjacent and the adjacent to mean the opposite. And once they do that, they've lost mark. Another thing is to know that opposite and tangents are not fixed. For instance, if we have a triangle such as this and we have theta here, what does this tell us? This is the opposite and this is the adjacent. The opposite is the side facing the angle theta. But if this angle becomes theta and we don't have theta here, what happens? This side becomes the opposite because the angle here is now facing this side. Then this other side becomes adjacent. Once you get this right, you are safe with trigonometry. So the trick is, first locate theta. If theta is here, this is your opposite, and this side becomes the adjacent. The hypotenuse is always known because it is the longest side. But once theta changes position to this side becomes the opposite, and this side becomes the adjacent. Now that you understand SOH CAH TOA, the next thing is to know how to use it with 30 degrees, 45 degrees, and 60 degrees. That is where most exam questions come from. And I will break that down in the next lesson. So subscribe so that you don't miss it. I am Engineer Maths.